Hi, welcome back to Ninja Monkey. Today I'm actually going to be traveling around Tokyo, visiting some of the locations that appear in Kiminonawa, the movie Your Name. So, I'm obviously no longer in Japan, I'm back home here in Gibraltar, and maybe you didn't know, but I am a huge fan. I've had a secret, I'm a fan of the movie Kiminonawa, Your Name. I am obsessed with it. I've seen it so many times. I'd also like to say that this is a spoiler alert, a big spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the film, then stop now and watch the movie before you carry on watching this. This video is going to be a little bit of a mismatch of footage that I took on my trip to Japan, my trip to Tokyo, and some footage that I'm taking here today, just talking you through my pilgrimage to some of the locations of the movie Kiminonawa. I met a YouTuber, Greg, from the channel Life Where I'm From. You probably know his channel, it's quite a big channel, and it was really nice to meet up with Greg, walk around Tokyo, get to know him and pick up some tips. The first scene that we actually filmed was at a cafeteria called Salon, where Taki takes Okudera Sempai on a date, on the first date. But I've actually put things the other way around for this video. I think it makes things a little bit easier. Taki basically wakes up from body swapping from his dream or whatever, and he realizes that he's gonna go on a date and he's running late, so he runs, he makes his way to Yotsuya Station and he runs there, and when he gets there he's really tired and he leans against the wall, and so I've got that scene and I'm gonna put that in here now. So they make their way to Salon to have like a coffee and some breakfast, and I have to say that one of the things that really impressed me a bit about this location is how true to life the scene was. It was really easy to film and to get the right angle, because it was so realistic. And when I was actually editing and putting the video together, I actually had to do like a double take to figure out which was the actual real footage and which one was the animation. So that scene at Yotsuya Station where they meet up for their date, it was actually quite hard for Greg and myself to find the right angles. There was some construction going on, some renovation going on, and therefore we had to really explore a little bit the area, but eventually we did find the right angle. So after Yotsuya Station we made our way to Suga Shrine, and I don't think the shrine itself appears in the film, not that I can remember, please correct me if I'm wrong, but it was really nice to explore. It's a nice shrine. I've made it to Suga Shrine and I'm here with Greg from
Hello.
Life Where You're From. Life Where I'm From?
Life Where I'm From, yeah.
So yeah, we've been just walking around, just checking out some of the sights from the movie Kiminonawa, Your Name, and it's led us to that pivotal moment when Taki and Mitsuha finally meet at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert. So that's where we're heading now, from Suga Shrine to the steps that are just in front of me now. So there's this scene in the movie where they set each other some ground rules about what they can and what they can't do in each other's bodies. And as Greg and myself were walking around Tokyo, I remember seeing in the Tofogu guide this scene and just before me, in front of me, was that road, that scene, and we decided to film it anyway. It's not the most spectacular or important part of the film, but it was pretty nice that we came across it, pretty much by accident, I think. Greg even did a Q&A there, and I wonder if anybody even noticed that that his Q&A took place in one of the scenes from Kiminonawa, and if they even commented about that in his video. So Greg has just done a Q&A. That's his gear. Yeah. So check it out in his channel. It's gonna be in his Life Where I'm From channel X. So send him questions for the next one. From there we made our way towards Shinjuku, and along the way we stopped at a pedestrian bridge very close to Yotsuya Station. And this bridge is actually quite important. It comes out quite a few times in the movie, normally at the end of Okudera Sempai and Taki's dates. Firstly, at the end of Okudera Sempai and Taki's date, where she realizes that he doesn't have feelings for her and has feelings for somebody else. And then when Taki tries to get in contact over the phone and the phone isn't working, it also appears at that scene. It also appears near the end of the movie when Taki and Okudera Sempai kind of meet and she wishes him all the best in the future. I think this bridge has some symbolism, in my opinion anyway. I think it's a little bit like a crossing from like when he was like a normal guy and didn't know Mitsuha, to when he met Mitsuha in his dreams in the body swapping experience and fell in love with her, because there's always reference to him wanting to be with Mitsuha and not wanting to be with Okudera Sempai throughout the film. We're outside Shinanomachi Station, and we're just waiting for the light to be perfect. We've been here twice already before, but the light wasn't just right. The sun is in the wrong place. It might be the wrong time of the year, or maybe in the movie itself they might have like put the sun in a better position. But I think that one of the things that's really surprised me about this whole like tour of Kiminonawa is the amount of people that we've happened to stumble upon that are doing exactly the same thing, taking photos, like posing. I've taken a photo for somebody, asked me to take a photo for them in front of the steps, in front of Suga Shrine. So we're definitely not the only ones doing this. There's definitely a lot of interest in the movie, even now, like 2 years later, I think. I was actually quite impressed with Greg's patience and dedication for getting that perfect shot. And we waited around for maybe half an hour, just waiting for the sun to be at that perfect point. And unfortunately it wasn't, probably because in the film the time was at a different time of the year, or maybe because they just decided that the sun looked better where it was placed in the animation. And from there we made our way to Yunika Vision in Shinjuku, probably one of the most hectic and populated areas that we'd been to all day. Come to Yunika Vision, which is a part of the movie where basically the comet is about to impact or hit, and those three screens behind show like loads of people like looking up like in awe, like what's going on here. And from Yunika Vision we made our way to Shintoshin pedestrian bridge, probably the start of the roller coaster emotional ride towards the end of the movie, and probably one of my favorite scenes, which is when they cross each other in the snow and they feel each other's presence, but they never meet. And once again I was blown away by how true to life the location was. It took us quite a while to film it. We filmed both scenes from the front and head on at the bridge, and it took us a while because there was like a group of tourists taking photos and video of the train crossing over the cityscape of Shinjuku, because it's quite a good location for that. So from there we went to the intersection traffic light sequence that appears towards the beginning of the film when Taki and Mitsuha realize that they're swapping bodies. There's like a time-lapse sequence, and this little shot appears, and we headed there at night, and it was quite a bit of fun to try and get the same angle. It was pretty much impossible. We pretty much nearly ended up lying on the floor, and although it wasn't 100% true to life, I think it was still quite cool. once again, I'd like to say thanks to Greg from the channel Life Where I'm From. It was a pleasure meeting you, and it was really, really nice walking around Tokyo, and he really knows Tokyo really well, so it made things a lot easier, especially for getting from A to B. And I'm looking forward to what he does with the footage. I don't know if he's going to make like a whole video about Kiminonawa, or if he's just going to talk about it, or if he's just not going to do a video at all. But still, it was pretty neat meeting up, and I look forward to doing some other stuff in the future. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Have you been to any of the Kiminonawa locations? Have you been to some other locations that I haven't been to? What did you think? Were you impressed? Were you disappointed? I was really impressed, and I'm really glad that I did it, and I hope that this little mini guide has helped you out. And if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. Do you have a friend that is a Kiminonawa fan? If so, maybe you'd like to share the video and show them some of the real life locations. Most of the information I got from a guide in Fugu. I'll link it below in the description, so if you'd like to follow more or less some of the places that we went to, then check out their guide. It's pretty cool, it's very comprehensive, there's lots of information, Google map points, there's even an itinerary hour by hour, so you can actually get the right shots at the right time of the day. So I'll be going back to Japan very soon, and I'm really looking forward to my adventures there. I'll be doing some other videos here locally in the meantime, but till then, see you soon, bye! けどいざその姿この目に映すと君も知らぬ